All right, guys. Welcome back to another FPL Banter Show. My man G, how was the longest game week of all for you?
How's it, cats? How's it, members and subscribers? Hey, it's good to be back, but gee, was that game week was long, eh?
Dude,
It was actually quite frustrating because normally we're not used to having a whole week in between games and then waiting for another week of games
yeah,
to be played. It was quite horrible.
yeah, I know. Trust me. Trust me. I got a red arrow, second red arrow. So you're looking for a quick turnaround. But guys, just to get straight into what got for you guys this week, we're going to talk about the doubles and the blanks, what that means, and we're going to look at some Liverpool assets, touching on Mo Salah as well, Mo Salah's injury, what that means, and then we'll also touch on KDB being back, what that means for us as well. Should we have him? Should we not have him? Should we bring him in now, or should we still wait until we know who's going to be confirmed starter? Yeah. So let's start off the show. Firstly, just looking at where everybody is on the table of the FPL Banter Champions League. So we got Mikey at the top there with 99 points. Played his wild card there with Kingsley as well. Some very good moves from them. Because they had a lot of red flags and flags as well. Tiamo slipping up, took a 12-point hit there, but I think he's got a strategy of using his chips a lot later. And then it's me there in fourth place holding it down. Chaps behind me with Goba as well, creeping up there slowly. And then FPL Banter had a good game week. Tabo still holding on strong there as well. Naz, I see you coming up. Play soccer with him on Tuesdays. I was with him as well yesterday, and Shaney as well. I see you've popped up into the top 10. The 8th and 9th position have been moving. So, those places, those spots, guys, are open. I think it's really hard to actually crack through into the top 6, actually. I think the top 6 is really hard to crack in. But I'm impressed that FPL Banter, along with us, have been holding those positions, really getting to the top. That's pretty good. That's pretty cool. All right.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's been a real slippery slide, But definitely big ups to Mikey. He's done well, When I was looking at his team just before Game Week 21, I was feeling sorry for the guy, man. As you mentioned, a lot of flags.
Yeah.
And he did the right thing, like as you mentioned, playing the wild card, and it paid off. He was just short of getting the 3 digits, but his team is looking solid, and at the moment, that's the team that we should really be talking about, because that's where we all want to be, not just mid-table nonsense. But yeah, nonetheless, I'm happy for the green era. There is progress. And I'm gonna keep saying it. The bandwagon, those wheels are slowly coming
off, man. Slowly coming off, guys. We've got the league code right there at the bottom. If you want to join the league, please do. And you know what to do if you're enjoying the content. Please leave a comment, and subscribe, guys. Subscribe. We actually hit 50 subscribers. So yeah, big ups to shout out from the guys at work. They came through to support. So yeah. Thank you so much, guys. Honestly, just gotta say that. Thank you so much to Code Crew.
Big ups, guys. Big ups. highly appreciated.
Highly appreciated. We gotta celebrate the small victories as well.
Yeah, most definitely.
All right, the fixture ticker. Looking ahead, we are going into Game Week 22, and I've actually put up here Game Week 22 to Game Week 26 because it includes the Game Week 25 double and the Game Week 26 blanks. Now, what's nice is that this has been updated from the time of recording. This is after Chelsea's game. So Liverpool will be playing at the time of recording tonight. And we all believe they'll blank. I mean, they'll blank in 26. So yeah, it's about do we bring those assets in, or are we just focusing on the guys having a double game week, being Brentford and Man City right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Liverpool's gonna double. I actually thought that Spurs and Chelsea would double. I thought they would bring that game week that was
Closer.
in. Yeah, not even closer. Just bring the game week that is in 26 into 25, game week 25, and then you've got everybody, not everybody, all those teams doubling.
Yeah, no, I think that was the plan initially, because like Liverpool as well, they should have had a double in gaming 25, but I think because of the cup game and their progression, they've probably just shuffled around with the fixtures there.
Yeah, well, Liverpool's going to play tonight, so we'll see if it does make that a 25 double or a 26.
I really don't. I don't see them having issues with Fulham.
Nah.
It is football, but I highly doubt it. So it's safe to say we just need to just look out for that confirmation.
Yeah, definitely. That being said, I think it's made it hard considering the time between Game Week 21 and Game Week 22's deadline, actually making some transfers and also the return of some assets like Haaland, whether or not, it's kind of tricky. But what is your take there? What do you think people should be doing? Should we be holding until that last deadline of the 22 deadline, or chase those price rises?
I think looking at Game Week 25, we need to target that. We need to look at your Man City assets, your Brentford assets. Fine, Brentford, they don't have the greatest fixtures in the fact that they've got Liverpool and they've got City. But when you look at City, on the other hand, they've got Chelsea and then they've got Brentford. Purely for price rise, if you're looking at your Man City assets, it's best to just bring in Kevin De Bruyne and Haaland. If you don't have them, or if you're interested. If you're interested in them, this is the time to bring them in. Purely for the fact as well that you still got your Salah and Son away. I know a lot of managers probably sold Salah and kept Son, or sold Son and kept Salah. So with what Kevin De Bruyne did in his return, it was absolutely insane. I was watching
talk about announcing yourself.
Yeah. So for me, having Kevin De Bruyne back, you definitely have to have Haaland. We were talking about this the whole season, that Haaland hasn't been getting the service, Haaland this, Haaland that. You see that assist that Kevin De Bruyne got. That's what he does best. He puts that ball behind the defense, and when Haaland is back, this is the Man City of old.
Yeah.
Where they just play 10 plus games flat out, no loss, and they make all of us miserable because we all know that they're unstoppable when that happens. So I definitely recommend that you look at Game Week 25, since it's the nearest double game week. That's where we score our points. That's where you'll make your overall ranking, green arrows, and that's where you'll make your moves in the mini leagues.
Now, for me, it becomes a matter of, are we shipping out the guys who are blanking in 26, and just trying to bring in the guys who are not blanking in 26? Because to be honest, when you look at the template, game week 25, actually, there's a lot of good fixtures for guys in game week 25. So, for example, bringing in Brentford assets like, Tony, is he a Brentford asset that's fixture proof? Do we just bring him in regardless of the fact that he's playing Tottenham, Man City, who he's had a good record of playing against, and then he's got Wolves and then that double game week again? Wow, with Man City again.
Yeah.
So, yeah, do we get rid of Richarlison, even though he's been playing well? You know, and who's going to have the audacity to get rid of um, some Liverpool assets if they do blank and don't double in 25? I think Chelsea, if there's space, I would keep Cole Palmer. If there isn't space, and I say space in the sense of if Liverpool are like have a double game week, I don't know, he's shipping out for me. You know, he's shipping out for me. I'll bring him in later when I feel like, because they're like right now they're at the bottom of this fixture ticker.
Yeah.
You know, they're at the bottom of this fixture ticker, and I'm not right now. I think I'm in that part of the season where I can't be holding on to dead weights. I already have some dead weights in my squad, but I can't be holding on to dead weight. 5 million or 10 million. I can't. Everybody in my
Gotta let it
squad.
go.
Yeah, because there's just too many flags, bro. Like,
Yeah.
if someone goes like my squad, everybody can play, because when somebody gets flagged, like, but when I didn't ship them out, I knew like, okay, Douglas Luiz is going to go in, and I was absolutely fine with Douglas Luiz going, you know, because he's somebody who's on penalties and has a potential high bonus points potential as well. So it's that, man. It's that. From your side, what do you think? Focus on getting the blank game weeks out, or and bringing in those double game weekers. What's your opinion on that?
I think I'm gonna go to the Brentford assets. Ivan Toney, after his ban, came back. The coach said it, gave him the armband. He started. He scored a goal. So to answer your question in bringing Ivan Toney back, for me, he's fixture proof. Purely for the fact that you come back from a ban, you could give him the armband. That shows a lot. That's a huge message from the coach that he trusts you. He believes in your leadership ability, and the rest is history. I mean, he scored a goal coming back. He's that striker. For me, he's that number 9, the ultimate number 9. He's able to find space where there's no space. He gives defenders trouble. If you're not going to mark him, if you're going to give him space, he will punish. He's very aggressive. And in England, we've gone to see like through like all the seasons. The aggressive forwards are generally the luckier ones,
Yeah.
and with luck comes finishing. So he's definitely an asset that I think you should consider. Looking at your Solanke, I think his time has come and passed. If you've got him in your team as a Bournemouth asset, yes, he graced us with some quality points when we needed him. Truth be told. So if you've got him, he's also like he's an asset that I have that I'm considering shipping out. Your Ollie Watkins as well. I just feel that Villa's got that dead rubber. You're not necessarily seeing what type of football they're playing. But moving to that blank game week, looking at Chelsea, Spurs, and then possibly Liverpool, I wouldn't necessarily be in a rush to ship out Cole Palmer. He's good for the bench. Maybe if you've still got Gusto Sharp, he can go. For Spurs, I feel quite swag for Richarlison at the moment because I saw in one of the news that Madison is back at training. So if Madison's fit, he's starting, he's playing. Richarlison, yes, you're gonna play, but I'm not necessarily too sure how that's gonna fit in. Maybe your Pedro Porro is gonna be off the set pieces, and then Richarlison might still survive. Don't really have too many Spurs assets, which is not necessarily a good thing, but it's also not necessarily a bad thing. I'd much rather say if you've got Liverpool assets, you got to keep them because I feel that Liverpool is sitting on the top of the table right now. Sitting on the top of the table, they are the only team that I believe they've got that momentum and they've got the squad to give City a challenge. Your Jotas, your Darwin Nunes, I'm actually quite upset with that guy because I believed in him for so long, and
No, I knew
he's
this.
disappointed me so many times.
Nah, this
But
is
now, like
exactly how
he's finally peaked. But
this.
I don't think he's going to be as consistent as we want
He's
him to be.
not. He's not.
Yeah.
And this is the thing with Darwin. He's one of those assets where you have to hit the luck. Yeah, it's what you're saying. You have to be patient. It's either you have him in and he holds for you, and then he just keeps quiet, keeps quiet, keeps quiet, keeps quiet, keeps quiet, holds, and then like keeps quiet.
Keeps quiet,
But
yeah.
nobody's got that patience, you know. And so when you do bring him in, you have to hope. You really have to hope.
But I just feel that as well. Klopp he's slowly moving towards trusting him more. He's getting a lot more
playing
game
him
time.
often. Yeah.
And it's a bonus that Salah's injured. You know, I'm
It
sorry,
is.
Liverpool fans.
It is.
For me, for FPL, I'm very, very happy because that's one less asset to worry about. You know, purely because I sold him, so I don't need to be worrying about bringing him back anytime soon. You know, and it also gives us an opportunity to look elsewhere. Like your Diego Jota, I think like that guy is sublime.
Yeah,
He's another asset that's like fixture proof as well. So
yeah, I want to segue into that. Thanks, man. That's a good segue into that topic. But guys, if you're really loving the content, you know what to do. Please leave a comment. We'd love to talk about you guys' comments in the show as well, and like, and most importantly, subscribe. Yeah, Mo Salah, he's out. You know, for about 3 weeks to 4 weeks. You know, it's sad for Liverpool fans, but yeah. So some FPL fans, it's a blessing. It's not a blessing. You were saying it's more of a blessing for you from FPL side.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, when I heard that, okay, we've got players going away, I sold them just before. I think it was at Gameweek 20, and in me selling him, first half he missed a penalty. I was so excited. Second half, dude, this guy bangs. Was it 2 goals and an assist? Or something ridiculous like that?
Something like that, yeah. Basically says goodbye.
Yeah, he converted 16 points just before he left. So Salah's that guy where if you don't have him in your team, you will suffer. You'll have one bad game week. You know, let's be honest and be realistic. He'll have a second game week, but he won't have 3 game weeks that are terrible. He won't have 4 game weeks that are terrible. He'll have 1 or 2, and then he'll punish you for the longest time. Yeah. So him being injured, it's less stress. You know, you don't have to be worrying where you're going to get 13 million to get him in your team, and still worry about getting a Haaland in your team, and still worry about getting De Bruyne in your team.
Yeah, it helps you spread out the money as well.
Yeah,
it really does.
100%.
It really does. Spreading out the money. Yeah, let's talk about the Liverpool assets, man. Who we think is hot, who we think is not. So, courtesy of FPL Fantasy Football Hub. This is where I got the points predicted team in terms of who's points predicted for players, who is predicted the highest points for the following game weeks. Game week 22 to game week, well, okay, that's far along. Yeah, but from your side, it makes sense, the top 3, because I would have the top 3, Darwin, Trent, and Jota. Defensively, if you're not going for Trent and you want to spread that money, I would also put in a Van Dijk there because he does contribute attacking as well when he goes in for those headers.
Yeah.
Similarly,
I also think Konate as well. He's also quite a
decent, nice cheaper option.
Cheaper option. He comes in at a nice price. Any other assets besides these ones that we're listing, obviously with the inclusion of Konate, is very difficult in terms of minutes, eh? Because that midfield is forever rotating. Luis Diaz as well with
Luis
Elliott.
Diaz was just underneath Virgil van Dijk. But the thing with Luis Diaz, the thing with Luis Diaz for us is honestly he doesn't he's not highly involved in the goals. He's a fantastic player to watch, but for FPL, he's not a good asset.
Yeah, I think obviously like this season with that whole saga with his dad and so forth, I think that like a lot of his focus was there. But that guy, he's gifted. Eh? He's really talented,
very.
And I think if he gets more game time, he'll definitely be also a very very formidable asset to have. Because that guy he's smart, he's technical, he's good with both feet, left and right, and he's able to beat players. And the most important thing, or what I like with how Liverpool's playing, is they believe in putting the ball into the box. So having him there, he'll definitely find that striker or his opposite winger on the other side. So definitely, Liverpool asset, you can't go wrong. Darwin, yes, he's on top of the list, but hey, this guy.
Look, for me, okay, just to put it out there, guys, for me, my top three, like who I would have in my team, is that top three: Darwin, Trent, Diogo Jota. Diogo Jota, because it covers forward, midfield, defense, right?
Defense, yeah.
And this is me spreading out my money. If you want to have a cheaper options, in respective fields, then yeah, fine, go for Konate. I'd say stick with Jota in the midfield and Darwin Nunez. But I would only really go for 3 Liverpool assets if they do double. If they do double, then I will take that punt on Darwin because I know he could most possibly hold. Also considering that Salah's away, so he becomes almost fixture proof, even though they would be playing against Arsenal away, including Jota as well. Jota has got also a very good record against us, Arsenal guys. Jeez.
Yeah, Gameweek 23.
Yeah, Gameweek 23. So they're going to be playing Chelsea. They're going to be playing Norwich and Fulham Cup games. Fulham tonight, of course, and then by the time you guys are watching the show, know that. And then Fulham and Norwich in the weekend, and then they go to Chelsea. So, look, depending on rotation, there might be some sense of fatigue as well. And you know what? Just on this point of being of Liverpool assets, that is something we should consider as well. That these guys might have a bit of fatigue. They might have 100%. A bit of fatigue because they've been playing. They have been playing. Hardly really had a winter break. They've had a shorter winter break than everybody. Playing this midweek, this weekend, and then they're playing in the midweek again, and then they're playing in the, and also, firing off, fighting to get into the final against Fulham, and then yes, fine, maybe rotating against Norwich, but then so that you have enough energy for Chelsea. And then you're going to Liverpool to Arsenal away.
Arsenal. But I think
Arsenal,
with Liverpool, we don't necessarily. Okay, I agree. The fixture load is quite hectic, but remember, Klopp is German, and if you look at their previous seasons where they were really successful, they thrive on that
momentum,
pressure of games. Yeah. And like you're saying, momentum for them is everything. So you best believe that there'll be a rotation for these midweek cup games, okay? But when it comes to the Premier League, it's not happening. He's going to put he's going to put his best 11 because Klopp, out of all the coaches, he knows what City did to him that previous season where he was at the top and they just won 18 games flat out. So he'll make sure that he doesn't drop any points unless he has to. Okay. But having said that, I also don't think it's ideal having 3 Liverpool assets at the moment. Like you're mentioning that we need a double game week for that. I'd much rather have 1 or 2. Like for me personally, I'd much rather go for like a Diogo Jota because I know for a fact that he will assist. If he gets an opportunity, he will score a goal. He will play 90 minutes. At best, he'll give you 80 minutes. So he is the ideal asset. Because as well, you also got to look at the fact that you've got Chelsea in the Premier League. Okay, I'm not necessarily going to look at the cup games because that's for Klopp to just try and rest his players. Whether they win or lose, it doesn't really affect us as FPL managers. But when it comes to the Premier League, that's where we really need to take notice. And then Gameweek 23, we've got an Arsenal that is also has under-delivered, I feel. We've put Arsenal to last season's bar, so we expect them to just be at that level.
Yeah.
But this season, obviously, it's just shown Uti.
They're
This is the best league in the world. Yeah, they are. So for me personally, at home, bring in Jota. Give him the nod. And then you watch Darwin closely. Let's just see how he performs if he's getting the minutes. But I think anything from Burnley onwards, Burnley, Brentford, Luton, that's when you can start going to Liverpool assets, 3 Liverpool assets. Because I also feel that those fixtures will generally suit them better. It'll take a bit of pressure off them. And yeah.
Yeah, man. Guys, let us know what you think. Who are your top 3 Liverpool assets and your opinion on having them? Should we bring them in just because of the double game week? We'd really love to know. Please make sure you leave that in the comments and make sure you like and subscribe. KDB, the man himself, is back. Jeez, man. Like, you know what? You know what the controversial thing for us is? It's not controversial, but I like to use that word. The thing that's hard is, he's just back and this guy's like getting like 30 minutes, like 40 minutes, It's not starting. But he's racking up points, Even in cup games where it's not FPL, he would have gotten some points there, So the debate here is he has said doesn't see himself starting, right now in these games. But still, do you not just bring him in because KDB, he's racking up the points, even if he's playing for 30, 20 minutes? Huh? What do you do, G?
Look, this guy came in off the bench, Newcastle, away, right?
Yeah.
He comes in, free kick, he takes it. He comes in probably a good 3-4 minutes after that. He gets given the smallest space in that midfield. And he passes it into the net. That was not a shot, guys.
That was not a shot, guys.
That was not a shot.
That was not a shot.
In FIFA, we'll say it was a finesse. But the way he hit it, he passed it into the net. Okay? He bangs a goal. The equalizer. We all go crazy. Right? Like, even see the swag of the team. The team changes the step, the pace of the game.
Yeah, they got a hip in their step now when they walk onto the pitch, walk off the pitch. Like, hey, KDB's back. We win. Man City fans.
I'm jealous that I'm a United fan. I'm jealous that Man United does not have a player that can come off the bench and change the atmosphere of the team, the style of the team, the atmosphere even of the fans. Okay, and the level of creativity. He played that ball before that kid started his run.
Yeah. And you know what that takes?
So to answer your question, he said he's not going to be starting. We don't care whether he's starting or not starting. If he's on that bench and he comes on, you best believe he's going to give you something.
Something. And you know what? They're playing Burnley next at home. I'm telling you,
and that's the perfect fixture to say, let's try and give you minutes.
Yeah,
Kevin.
60.
Let's
60
try and
minutes.
give you minutes. Yeah, I'll give you 60 minutes and see how it goes.
And
And
I
mind
think,
you, guys, we need to be mindful. Sorry, Kat. We need to be
no
mindful
problem.
that his price right now is going to be the lowest now. After game week 24, you're not going to be paying the same amount that you're going to get him for now.
Nah, you're not. You're not. I envy the guys who got him at 10.2 because he's at 10.5 now. And I think 17% owned. So
And that's between the beginning of what? End of game week 20.
game week 21, round about
End
there.
of end of game week 20,
Yeah.
beginning of game week 21. Because I mean that's when he played.
Yeah.
So that's not even that's in the space of a couple of hours. Let's not even call it a game week.
Yeah. The man is back. The man is back. So look, guys, for me, I'm not gonna lie to you. He's coming in. And he's coming in because of what we said. You know, Mo Salah's out. He's honestly the guy who's saving money for us. If Haaland, but I think by the time you guys see this, because Haaland could be training now. We'll have
they
news.
mentioned that he was back training with the team.
That's even worse because Haaland will be making those runs, those spots, it will be open, man. The team will be open to be destroyed.
Let's correct that statement. No, Haaland will not make the runs. Kevin De Bruyne is going to make the pass, and then Haaland's going to make an effort to get there.
Yes.
Let's put it that way. He's going to get there. He's going to play.
If he gets there, it has to be a goal. I can't miss. It's a beautiful pass. It's thank you.
Well, if he gets there, he'll be all alone with him and the keeper.
Yeah.
Because Kevin plays those balls. And I mean, guys, no, we're not blowing his horn. We're not City fans. Stand to be corrected.
No, definitely not. Trust me.
But we are seeing poetry in motion here.
We are.
It's just unfortunate that he'll never get a World Cup. He plays for the wrong nation. But this guy's football, it's world class.
Now, all in all, guys, but from our side, we think KDB is an asset that you should highly be considering to bring in, because one of his ability, two, his price, and I think three, the fixtures are just definitely in his favor, regardless of whether he's getting 20 or 30 minutes now. By game week, most likely 23, 24, before the double game week, he will be hitting 60 to 90 minutes for sure because he would have gotten that momentum. And that's
and if you look at his fixtures and his figures for the minutes he's played within the season, he's up there with the best. And mind you, this guy's he hasn't been around for most of the season. So if we get Kevin De Bruyne on 4, 5, 6 solid games where he's playing, he's fit, he'll definitely reward you. Because again, we need to be mindful. No Salah, no Son. What are you going to do with those funds?
Exactly.
That's something to think about,
Exactly. Man. Guys, you know what to do. Please let us know your comments. Do you think KDB should be in? Do you think that you should wait a while until he actually starts? We'd really love to know what you guys think, and we can bring those comments into our next show. But also leave a like if you're liking the content. Most importantly, subscribe. G, any closing comments from you?